All right, folks, welcome back. It has been quite a while, and I kind of missed the boat on keeping up with the Chapter 7 thing. So, between last time it has been a little under 4 months since the Chapter 7 Part 6. As a quick review, I typically play this game on a semi regular basis. Do your quick dailies and your weeklies, and until the next story chapter. And we are here again because now we have confirmation, and on April 1st, right, Fool's Day, uh, there was a release of Chapter 8, the first part of Chapter 8. In between last time, which was Chapter 7, Part 6, there was also a Chapter Part 7, which I kind of skipped over, or I didn't do it yet. And I've been meaning to cover it because it's one of those filler things. In anticipation, they did announce in April, or sometime in April, that the new chapter is going to happen. The new arc is going to happen. So we're gonna do the last part of Chapter 7, Chapter 7, Part 7. I don't know if that was intentional or not, where 7 have, and that's probably some I don't know what it's about, but typically the last half or most of Chapter 7 was the peaceful time following uh the current false, right? The current false entity was destroyed, like the Starless related stuff. And then over the course of Chapter 7, you get they keep introducing the altered. You've come back in time, you stepped away for things, and now welcome back, Beth. So, in Chapter 7, everyone's chilling, like Ina's trying to become an instructor, but she's having problems with that and learning how to become one. And then Manon is dealing with her overload thing and being Manon, because dealing with her powers and being a Lucilian, right? Lucilian. And then I keep forgetting Manon, the other Lucilian that's around who's helping out. Then you have all the bros and sisters from Caveras doing their thing, doing their research, and trying to R&R, right? Everyone's at their R&R. They are chilling. And then you had the slight background with Crawford and Gene. Gene was his name, I think. Genos or Gene. It might be Gene or Genos. Gene and Crawford reflecting on Hibana. Hibana, the one that passed away, and finding out that she's also a Lucilian before. And we have one more chapter is probably gonna just wrap up their life, the slice of life part. And it's been a long time. Chapter 7 ran an entire year and a half, and it felt like the ESO2 NGS team simply wanted to rotate and do their live service thing. So the occasional level cap increase, and then more challenges and stuff to keep busy for the mechanical stuff. More urgent quests, your really typical thing. And with this, there was a recent level cap increase to level 115. And with this patch comes finally, which this might actually be the last chapter arc that I'm gonna cover, because I'm not sure if, I mean, we'll see how Chapter 8 turns out. Chapter 8, I imagine, will run more than a year and a half or something like that. And I really I've been wishful thinking that maybe the simply Chapter 7 was to give the dev team enough time to create a larger arc, which it seems like that's the case now. So today was the release of the Part 1 of Chapter 8, ushering in the new arc, the Alters arc. So the people that had the little invaders that recently showed up after following the Starless, and they're usually iconically really red. They're super red. There's a lot of halos and red in general. So it looks like there might be the advertisement is that there's going to be a new character to the cast or the NPC, right? This is a action RPG game, so you're specifically one character. You're not like a JRPG game where this character is some playable entity. And we'll see what the alters fit in the whole scheme of things. Starless were like the ultimate bad guys that were ancient, and you got that revelation that the Starless was this entity that was meant to come and destroy everything. And the first 5 chapters of PSO2 NGS was that you discovered why this planet, why are you here. Turns out that you're just a planet to be trained to fight this inevitable monster that what's his name, Safeto, who was on top, like overseeing all this. You were clones and whatnot to create a train and encounter hardship to fight off the Starless that eventually will come. And they did come, and then you delayed them and fight them off. But then there's a new entity called Alters, which maybe they're like dimensional bending people, and that's what they set it up for. So chapter 8 is called the Alter Realms, right? So, and their alters seem to, with every introduction of a new doll people, the alters like claim, like the theme that they're trying to apply to alters is now all the game mechanics, right? The game mechanics, it seems like all the alters, like the big baddies, they all have global skills. Like everything alters the field, for lack of a better word. So all of their mechanics, like they're universal mechanics, as opposed to back like Starless and the basically the now where most of the combat and stuff is global. So what happens is if you have a team of like 15 people, right, or something like that, and you're on the field, everyone gets targeted by their mechanics. So it's gotten to the part where the game has escalated to the point where you have to juggle mechanics that targets everyone, targets the entire field, and it fills up the entire field, as well as on top of all the other mechanics that have preceded, where they would target very specific people or very specific proximity and whatnot. So that's kind of like they're escalating even harder. So now we're gonna play and see what the bosses are like, because most of the bosses are basically you are responsible for like keeping yourself alive. Back in the earlier ones, like the Starless and pre-fighting Safeto stuff, they're usually very grounded and small effects. Now it's like sometimes it's kind of hard to know what's going on, and you're still always going to be targeted. So it's not like you're sitting there shooting and someone else is grabbing the thing. So it'll be interesting how they escalate. So that's from the battle perspective. With this patch, I'm on my Slayer. So I recently they raised the level cap by 5 levels, and I systematically go through all of the classes and all of the weapons. We're on Slayer because there was a Slayer update for this one, and there is a skill that I don't typically use, so we'll go right in and keep up with it. I don't know how long I'm going to keep with PSO2 NGS, but I've been playing since PSO2 NGS, so since the launch of NGS. And then we retroactively played PSO2, the base game, which is also in this game, right? Let's get into it. I just want to highlight a few things since then. Yeah, so there was one important change to... Oh, there's an urgent quest happening. So there is one little thing, or kind of a major thing that happen. No techniques or things have been changed. I'm not sure if they spruced up the animation or not. But it's a new class skill that's part of their tree, and it's called the Gunblade Focus Extra Drive. And basically, you can expend 3 Gunblade Focus gauge. So when you trigger, I forgot what it's called. When you trigger Gunblade Focus, you build, or when you're fighting, you build Gunblade Focus gauge, and then you can activate it when it increases to 3 gauges, and this will increase your Relentless Blade. Relentless Blade is when you do a photon arc, you can normal attack and it would add an extra hit, and it looks like kind of a slash hitbox. I can demonstrate in a bit. That is during your thing, so you don't get it doesn't disrupt your animation per se if it's hit in a particular time. And I use Relentless Blade a lot, so this increases the potency during the period of your Gunblade focus. It's a natural extra hit in the time when you're attacking. However, this says, in addition, the first slug shot used while the skill is active is a powerful attack, so it's a one-time only per like Gunblade. I don't use slug shot. I don't actually know how slug shot works, is what I read before. Is this supposed to be considered a slug shot? No, that's a hot shot. Oh, here's the slug shot. Pressing the normal attack button without inputting a direction after. Oh, so I do all of it. Okay. So, like, the full, like, rotation is I use. So, we take advantage of it already by mechanics. So, it's a buff to your standard mechanic. So, how it works is I do enjoy playing Gunblade quite a lot. I use Flowing Serious. So during Flowing Serious, if you hold down, well actually I can demonstrate probably. So that means that when you use gun focus, you take advantage of it anyways. So we just go out here for a sec. And then we use these target dummies over here. So like when you use Flowing Serious, right? That's what it's called. I really do not play this game long enough to remember all the abilities. So Flowing Serious, when you just tap it, it does this animation, right? And then if you hold it, it continues to increase its animation. So right here, and then there's a follow-up, right? That's how it works. However, you can get a Relentless Blade and a what did they call it? A slug shot and a follow-up hot shot all in one set. So you do this, and then you have the you can see the little flash. That was the Relentless Blade at the end. When you vertical, you can add a relentless Blade without interrupting your Flowing Serious. But right at the end, you can, after it finishes, you can still follow up with a slug shot. So it's like this, right? So right at the end, you have a slug shot. So that takes advantage basically of your normal. Yeah, so it looks like this, right? So that's what I typically do anyways. And that's kind of neat that they basically buffed the slug shot and the Relentless Blade as part of your singular attack. This is when you really need to put out some damage on a down target or something, like a boss. Anyways, we're going to be using Gunblade. Actually, because it goes with the patch. Whenever they change like a class, that's when I level them up again. And they rotate around. And once everything reach max, I just do my dailies and weeklies until one class reach max, then I switch over, and then I rotate weapons from time to time. So, to start off, we're not going to be able to catch this urgent quest. So, I told myself that I was going to cover the last part of chapter 7. I didn't know how long they were going to go. They did back in February, maybe like January, February. They said, oh yeah, chapter 8 is coming in April. I didn't think it was April 1st. You know what I mean? So I was gonna cover, and between then and now, chapter 7 part 7, the very last like life slice of life thing, was released, and I didn't cover it because I was a bit busy with like language learning and stuff. So we're gonna go and visit whoever it is, and it's called The Existence of Music. I'm not even sure if this is gated for whatever is chapter 8, so we'll see. Because I don't see anything specifically that's highlighted as chapter 8. So this is chapter 7, and it's the 7th part of chapter 7, the 7th update, like 2 months ago. There is some main ass progression thing, but I'm not sure if that's what's gating the chapter 8, so we'll see. I might be like way off base and chapter 8 comes later. But yeah, see, right here, up here. And whoops. That is not, do not click on those like that. How do you advance? You advance by using period and comma. So here it is, the main story, chapter 8 release campaign. It starts today. I don't get to cover this game at all. This game, I want to make like a quick summary. This game for me is how I practice like action-oriented mechanics. I enjoy action RPGs, but not too many games, you probably hear this quite a bit, but not too many games have both, like live service games have both story as the forefront, because there's a lot of costs that isn't really like conducive to live service. But other live service games tend to excel on games like mechanics, right? So this game, you probably heard someone at least talk about its.
Thank you for your contribution.
Okay, talk about like mechanical depth, and this game more or less to me is your quintessential sandbox mechanical playground. So they continue to just keep adding and layering more and more mechanical stuff. And if there's any like game where I basically practice various variations of like mechanics and input mechanics for future games and whatnot, it's PSO2 NGS. I think PSO2 NGS, or PSO2 in general, is one of the longest combat oriented RPGs. So the depth of the choices and depth of playing different mechanics, you can play it in this. Obviously so the customization, what the heck is that gun? This game is janky as all get out when it comes to like the visual presentation and whatnot, but that's kind of the charm of it. People play this game because it simply shares as a sandbox, right? We'll talk about like the creative space and the decorations, like how your character looks. Obviously, I did not invest in that. I use this as a way to kind of see what other games have. So whenever when someone comes to me and say, "Oh, hey, are you gonna play the next MiHoYoverse game?" and heard it was an action RPG or something. PSO2 NGS, or PSO2 in general, is where it all starts. Like they have SEGA has kept this game alive for so long. It's one of the oldest when it comes to the mechanical depth of action RPGs. So I usually use this as my familiar baseline to mess around, and I don't really play it like religiously, like 2 hours, 3 hours. It's more like come in, see what's going on, see what kind of mechanics, and then whenever I play other games, like, oh, okay, this kind of reminds me of this input style and do this thing. So this is where PSO2 NGS has been for me. Hearthstone is another one for like PvP CCG games. Like Hearthstone's been going on for a very long time. and I've since moved on from MTG, like Magic the Gathering, to Hearthstone, and that's where I want to form the basis. So I play these games as they are. They're live service games. We have to keep that in mind. And live service games, my take on live service games is successful live service games are games where they're the playgrounds, they're the culmination and progressive value is from slowly adding on things. And then those publishers, right, the PSO2 NGS team could one day release a more refined product in the in the in the package of a PSO2 game or PSO3 game. Like that's kind of what my thought is. Like at some point, maybe Phantasy Star Online 3, which despite the name online, maybe it's gonna be a PSO like a PSO themed game that would be curated from all of this. That's kind of how I'm treating Persona 5X, for example. The Phantom X is a great example, which happens to be Atlas and Sega, right? Atlas and Sega. And when I think of Hearthstone, I also think of it that way. Like Hearthstone has many mechanics. There's so much mechanics. And the idea is that's my baseline. So if I play the next Witcher game, there's a Gwent, a Gwent 2. A lot of the exploration and theory crafting is from Hearthstone, right? I tried to pick a live service game that to keep up that kind of represents a general group that has been around for a while, like a genre live service game, to have at least somewhat of a familiarity. So I wanted to make that clear. What these games mean to me, because I'm not saying like, hey, this game is going to change your world or something. You can probably play a lot of action RPG games that are really well curated, high in quality, right? But there's no monetary entry for this game. And the way Sega, the PSO2 team, handles this is that at every like large update, they put a benchmark there so that when anyone picks up the game, the benchmark is crossed nearly immediately and you are on up to date. Like to give you an example, the requirements to get the gear, like oftentimes RPG games, people would say like, oh, but gear, you could be gear gated. Like it takes no matter where you start, they keep putting the benchmark to be immediately right before the current. So if you start a new account, you immediately get caught up. Simply that. Atlas's P5X, right? Like Blackwing Studio and Perfect World, it's harder because of the JRPG nature of it. But they could also implement some of these things. Neverwinter Online is another game that I play that kind of overlapped a bit. They tend to put a benchmark like one patch back. And that's kind of the nice thing about live service games, at least in my opinion, if you're using it pragmatically for that. Obviously, most of my time is invested in non-live service games, but most of my time like covering things. These are always in the background somewhere. All right, so let's go and talk to whoever it is that we're going to talk to for the end. So this would be the last chapter of chapter 7, which has basically been like a slice of life thing. Everyone's like chilling and trying to take this respite before chapter 8, which is, I'm kind of curious what kind of theme they're going for. There's like, it's the kitchen sink. Like ESO2 is kitchen sink. At some point, it's not even clear what they're doing anymore. So that's kind of how I feel about very long lasting adjust some sound here. Trying to adjust some of the sound because I keep forgetting what the audio threshold is for these things. All right. All right. So it's going to be about music. So it's got to be Nadia. We're probably talking to Nadia. Okay. And Manon.
I heard about the Song of Mourning. Oh, hello. Well, why don't you join us? I heard that the Song of Mourning was often played throughout Lucille.
Yes. I'm not sure how it ended up being sung in Ritem, however.
Do you know any other songs? What kind of question is that? A Song of War. Which one is the Song of War?
We heard that one as well.
Oh, yeah. Which one is the
As
song?
I
Oh, I
mentioned,
remember now.
The Song of Mourning was played between projects.
Interesting.
The Song of War, too. There was a lot of information about music among Lucille's vast databases. We had a large library of songs, both in audio and video format.
Okay.
A large library.
I had no interest in any of it back then. I never took the initiative to seek it out anyway. But I was familiar with both songs, and when I looked them up, I found out they had lyrics. After listening a few times, I knew them well enough to at least hum along. You can imagine my surprise at learning Ritem had the same song.
Interesting. You mentioned a large library. What other songs were there?
I don't remember exactly, but I do know that they were all over the place. A lot of them used different kinds of instruments. I'd have to guess they probably were not composed by resurgent arcs. They came from beyond even the Nameless City. Created in some world beyond ours, if I had to guess.
And this world beyond ours creates endless kinds of music?
That's a
Would
fourth
I be
wall
able
break.
to access this vast library of music, perhaps?
Fourth wall illusion.
You can access most of it
Illusion.
from terminals in Alpha. Most of it anyway.
Wonderful. Who came up with music?
Fourth
What
wall.
was the process behind it? That's something I have always wondered about. Over time, music became something exclusive, something inaccessible to the people.
That's a interesting thought.
Something used ceremonially. It is not my intent to dishonor that. But I never felt that music was meant to be something solely used for ceremonies. And now, I know my suspicions were correct. The people of Ritem all adore music. I would like for it to be freely accessible to them. If it is not an imposition, I would like to share this library with them.
I want to sing along with everyone.
Me too.
Thank you. I can see the looks on their faces now. I want to see Hadi's reaction before anyone else's.
So actually, they did release a new concert video. There is a new concert video and song that was added with this chapter. I liked the Ritem chapter quite a lot. They did try. This game does try to add. His music is often in the background, but the tracks are really good. Like, it's just a lot of it. They're not associated with like events or anything. Like, you can play pretty much the entire group. Like, you can play anything Right, you have a music player, and you can create a list at any time. And are you like? It's a huge laundry list of tracks in this game, and then they obviously add in Sega stuff too because of Sonic, right? I don't know if Persona things. I don't think Persona things ended up here at all. I wouldn't be surprised when the next large Persona project drops that there's some sort of collaboration or celebration. But generally, the PSO2 team kind of strikes as me more so overlap with the Sonic team. Many of the type of little things in the modern Sonic games deal with the layouts in PSO2, and then vice versa. Less so Persona related things, but Persona is Atlas, so there hasn't been like a crossover in that. Like a Dragon, not so much either. RGG is just doing their own. All right, let's go back here. Yeah, so this in the original PSO2, it was like, how was it, 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago, and they did lots of fun little chapters that dealt with like a neo Tokyo, like a neo future, like post future thing with schools and music and stuff. So, but they were still beyond that. And this game is even beyond that. Like, it's presumably whatever the old, like humans, right? Like the old humans, they're no longer in existence. So, the fourth wall break here, well, it's technically not a fourth wall. They're actually referring to a bygone era where, like, they weren't just clones for fighting and whatnot, and catastrophic
This reading.
alien race trying to destroy each other situation. But a part of the Fantasy Star online world is that this all of these times is post-human time. This is when thousands of years pass and space travel and all that stuff happened. So every time they talk about like music and stuff, it's like, yeah, but they're referring to when music was pleasure and there was less like, peacetime. Like, it serves as a fourth wall break, but all at the same time, it's kind of part of the music. So whenever she's talking about music, it's like it's kind of supposed to feel that way, where like music doesn't serve a purpose in this storyline for anything other than rituals and whatnot. All right, Aina.
Oh, it's you! Dozer here was just telling me something about Rikul and Ruka.
Okay, sure. Trainees.
Yeah, I was asking Dozer what he thinks about their progress. You were saying?
The recruits you trained have been deployed all across Alpha and are gaining experience. They're doing a good job. Really helping out. Quite a lot. Rikul and Ruka are currently stationed in Ritem and working under Hadi. Rikul is squad leader, and Ruka is assistant squad leader. It's a new environment, but they're taking to it very well. I think they got that adaptability from you, Aina.
We sure did go through a lot together.
I have no
Well, it is.
recollection of
You really
those
put your training
trainees,
corps through their paces.
like what they
I
look
wasn't
like.
trying to. It's just I didn't know how to tailor things at first. But I think I got better, little by little, thanks to everyone's advice.
I didn't want to butt in and offer help you didn't want. Turns out, I didn't need to.
Was my advice helpful?
Thanks. That's nice of you to say.
The fact is, all your trainees are highly satisfied with the instruction you provided, Ina.
I'm glad to hear that.
Look at that. Our conversation came around to you.
I guess so.
Well, in any case, I'm not worried about your students at all. And you shouldn't be either.
Okay, I won't.
Until...
So, what am I supposed to do now exactly?
Chill.
Well, as I mentioned, we're planning to train some new recruits pretty soon. I'd appreciate if you could handle some of them.
I think I'll do better this time around.
That's the spirit. I guess that means I can ask you to train even more at once this time.
Oh, wait, I didn't say...
I'm teasing you. Though, to be honest, it might not be a bad idea, considering what we're dealing with. Well, I suppose we can work those details out another time.
Yes, sir.
You know the interesting thing? After playing Kiwami 3, right? There's kind of a level of flexibility when you're playing a game where like you're not expecting emoting, like face emoting, to just have characters that don't have the capacity to emote. Like it's kind of humorous because whenever you're looking, like since Dozer is a cast character and my character is a cast character, they can't emote. Like their face don't have any emote. So typically it's just left to the imagination. But these like older games, right? Like if you're talking about RuneScape stuff, you get to a point where like when the fidelity is high enough, you can be very critical or be taken out of it when faces don't emote properly. Like for example, Kiwami 3 RGG, they have to like do a lot of mocapping or performance capture in order to get like sufficiently close enough for the whole emote thing. But here, there's just all the character models simply they just nod and they like it almost looks like Dozer is constantly standing in a power stance, and then all you do is hear their voices, right? So whenever they like stare and work, there's no emoting in the face, and it almost feels kind like you don't miss it if the game doesn't emote. But then you get into games like games that deal with cutscenes that do have close-ups and zooms in, and it's such a tricky balance, because for those games, if you're gonna showcase, like for example Capcom games, right, the RE engine, you got to get that emoting thing. Here they're just chit-chatting with nothing, no facial expressions whatsoever. It's never close up. Anyways, I think their voice is kind of close enough. Maybe a little bit more.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Because we're gonna do the chapter thing. I'm not sure if it's the in-game. It's hard to know which slider it is. It's okay. This is probably gonna be good enough. All right. Man room. Probably Crawford and
Hey, do you read me?
of course Crawford.
I need to ask you for your help with an urgent matter.
Okay.
We received a call a moment ago. We're still looking into things, but this might get pretty bad. Can you hurry over to the command room? We'll go over everything here.
I think that's the trigger for. Yeah. Okay. So it was blocked behind chapter 7, right? So now we're starting our chapter 8. It said a mysterious realm immediately. I was like, okay, so now we're into chapter 8. So that was it. They basically just chill, and that was most of chapter 7, where you have like one or two scenes and they're like, oh, you know, time's passing, things are having fun, or people are growing, and then now we're finally into the next arc, the next like conflict, so to speak. The old the PSO2 base game had some really wonderful like escalation and whatnot. Obviously, it's not to the fidelity of, say, a full production game, but you have to use your imagination. The writing at stakes and all that, it was very dramatic. NGS hasn't really ever been that dramatic. Alright, let's go in and see. So we're starting chapter 8 now. This is what this stream was about.
Thanks for coming. It's been a while since I saw you all.
Yeah, it's been too long since I've been on a mission with you and Manon.
Indeed. But unfortunately, the circumstances would appear to be less than joyous this time around.
Perceptive as usual, Manon. Well, let's jump right into it. I believe you're all generally familiar with the Altar Realm, correct? Quite a few Ark's defenders have already gone in and explored this mysterious realm we discovered a while ago.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Right?
But I don't really know much about it yet.
This Altar Realm is linked to Halpha via that huge dimensional rift that appeared out of nowhere one day. It's pretty clear it has something to do with the Starless. So, naturally, we've been looking into it with great interest. We lost contact with the research team a few hours ago. Unfortunately, no. We've tried re-establishing contact several times, but so far, no luck. They had standing orders to withdraw, if and when necessary. Which means something highly unusual must have happened for them to disappear like that.
Hopefully it's just a comms malfunction. But something tells me it's not quite so simple.
The very last communication we received from them simply stated, something's off about this place. This seems to warrant a more urgent response than sending in a backup squad like we usually would. I need you to look for the research team and find out what's going on in the Altar Realm. Please, deploy as soon as you can. We're all counting on you.
Nope. Off to the Altar Realms we go. Yeah, the Altar Realms.
Certainly does appear to be of the essence here.
That's a lot of XP.
As soon as you're finished getting ready, let's get to that dimensional rift thing that appeared in Ritem.
Yep. Let's do.
Thank you.
Okay. Constantly sliding a little bit more and more. Louder. Okay. Alright. Let's go. There was also a new like nameless city layout, the Neon City, which looks okay. Okay.
This connects to the Altar Realm Desert, where the research team disappeared, right?
Several teams have investigated the Altar Realm since it was discovered. But none of them have ever simply vanished like this. We can only assume that something must have happened. Are you ready?
Let's go. Have I been here before? I don't remember. Level 112 recorded. Okay.
This place always
Yes.
freaks me out. I can never get used to it.
Okay.
It looks just like Alpha, but something's off. I can't put my finger on it. It's like something's missing. It just feels fake.
Yes. Let's keep an eye on our surroundings. We need to find that missing team.
Always appreciate the atmospheric music.
Wait. I think I see some footprints here.
Oh yeah! They're faint, but those are definitely footprints.
And it looks like several people. Got to be the team. We should look into it.
But we have to deal with these enemies first.
Trial start.
Oh, I forgot. It's weapon action after. Okay. Hold up. Calm down. I need to, hold. Calm down. Sound effects are gonna need a reduction here.
Success.
Okay.
All finished.
The analysis is complete. These footprints definitely belong to the research team. They're starting to fade, but it looks like they go that way.
Then our course is set. We need to make sure they're okay.
Let me in. Okay. New footprints. Okay. Pointed this way. Okay.
Trial start.
Yeah, so the altars are these red guys that have like a very characteristic halo thing around them. Oh, that is so delayed. Oh, ow. How far does this reach? Not that far.
Success.
Right. It's been a while. It's been a little bit since I used the gunblade. Last one I was using was Force. Staff.
Hey guys, look! Is that smoke over there?
Yes. It looks like someone may have been fighting.
Let's go see if it's the research team.
This is where our new character shows up. Our altar realm specific. Oh, excuse me. Specific realm character.
Trial start.
I can hear something in the distance. It sounds like metal on metal. I'm pretty sure it's fighting.
The research team might be in trouble. Let's hurry and help them.
Oh, boy. All right.
Over there! I see something!
Oh, there's our new character.
What? Why are arcs fighting each other?
I don't know either. But they're the ones who are acting weird. Who are you anyway? Hopefully you're not going to attack me for no reason like they did.
Why is the research team coming after us? Aren't we on the same side? Incoming! Get ready!
Intriguing.
What are you doing? We're all arcs here, aren't we?
Forget it. We're not in any condition to talk. We need to defend ourselves.
Trial start.
Ow. That's a force user for you? Okay. Oh, it's kind of neat fighting other arcs. Resurgent arcs. Ow. Ugh!
Success.
What? This doesn't make any sense at all. They're still coming.
What's the plan? We have to do something.
Fall back?
Unfortunately, our retreat appears to be blocked.
Alright, well.
Perhaps if there is some other path. Some other path.
Those are some big eyes.
Over there.
Huh. She has interdimensional travel. Of course.
Why is it wavering?
It must be a dimensional rift. But why is it appearing here? I don't know. But we can go through it.
What do you mean you don't know?
This is no time for chatting. Let's go.
Her design is interesting. Very fiery. We gained another level because of how generous XP is when it comes to story quest. Back in Retem.
We're back home, right?
In before a
There's no
different
doubt about
dimension.
it. This isn't the Alter Realm. It's Halpha.
So, what's your name?
So this is Halpha.
Daijoubu desu ka?
What? You're concerned about me?
Yeah. I mean, you were already fighting when we got there, and then you helped us out, didn't you?
Not really. I was just running away myself.
But the fact is that you did help us. So, thank you. My name is Aina. What's your name?
I don't know.
Oh.
Huh?
Well.
I woke up lying on the ground with absolutely no memory.
I have no idea what my name is.
Oh, here we go.
Or even who I am.
Could you have been on the research team? Maybe whatever affected the team erased your memory too. What do you think, Manon?
That certainly is a possibility. In any case, whatever was going on with the research team back there was definitely not normal.
Right? They didn't even hesitate to attack us fellow ARCs.
Either they were overcome by some kind of strange stupor, or they were being controlled by something. We need to figure it out somehow.
Let's just go back
Agreed.
again.
Let's get moving. Well, what do you want to do? You might have been on the research team. Maybe we'll find something to jog your memory.
She doesn't look like she belongs to the search
Something
team.
to jog my memory.
Of course, we can also take you to the medical bay to check for any injuries, if you like.
I'll go. I'll go with you.
Lady, you emote a little bit too seriously. Okay. Amnesia, huh?
I got a battle log that looks like you fought the research team. What's going on?
We're not really sure ourselves. All we know is that they just attacked us out of nowhere. And also, the girl who saved us is right here.
We'll explain everything later, but we met her in the Altar Realm. She seems to have completely lost her memory.
That's interesting. It sounds like I need to thank her for keeping all of you safe then. And while I am curious about her, our priority is finding out what's going on with the research team.
We're thinking about heading back to the Altar Realm again. We can't just leave the research team there, you know?
Okay. But if you determine that they've lost their senses, and saving them simply isn't possible, then you might be forced to make a tough decision. Be ready for that possibility.
Right. We understand.
Alright, let's see if we can get her memories back.
If there's even one scrap of memory that I can get back, I'll take it.
Okay.
So, I'll go with you. I'll do it.
Oh, so dramatic. Alright.
This isn't where we were before.
Intriguing. Yeah, this definitely looks like an altered. Ooh. Oh, I like those things floating in there. Oh, this really does remind me of like. So it does look like a warped Rotem, but I'm a fan of like flying things in the
unstable
air.
dimensional rift may have caused a slight distortion in space-time here.
We need to find that research team. Let's go.
I'm still waiting for the altered dimension
So, what exactly
Earth
happened that
thing
led to you fighting with the
that happened
research
in this
team?
game.
I
Series
was there
again.
when I woke up and couldn't remember a thing. Nothing. Not my name, or even why I was there. I was looking around for some kind of clue when I saw smoke in the distance. And when I went out to look, they just attacked me without any provocation whatsoever.
I see. Something has to be wrong with them.
Stop. Something is coming.
What? What do you mean, something?
I don't see anything.
I don't know, but it's very close. Look out! Fight!
Oh, okay. Not
Trial start.
as crazy as I thought.
I'm amazed that you were able to detect those starless approaching even before we did.
What if she is a
Was that called
starless?
Starless?
All I know is I had a bad feeling.
Don't
And
know
not
yet.
only that, but you don't seem to have forgotten how to fight at all. They say a true master's body remembers. That must be what's going on here.
Oh, hi. Interesting.
Was that message left by the research team?
Certainly looks like
We
one.
might be able to find some clues. Let's keep an eye out for more data pods.
That is certainly one way to bring back data pods. How can this person track, attempt, report in?
That person. I guess they must have found someone that they wanted to track.
Are they with us right now?
Weird. The wording makes it sound like they knew whoever it was.
Huh. Okay. We got all these cubes.
We should get in touch with Crawford. He would probably want to know about this kind of thing.
Can you even contact them in this dimension?
You're right. Comms aren't going through.
Of course.
Everything was fine a minute ago.
It looks like we have something else to take care of for now. Get ready!
Of course. That's the first question you would ask. Oh, hey, it's a Bujin.
Trial start.
Ow. I feel like I'm on a delay right now. The heck, man. Okay, that is not the right timing, that's for sure.
Success.
Eh.
Crawford here.
Wait,
Oh, it looks like our comms are back up.
a different Crawford.
Everything is fine. Keep going to the interior. Then you'll find your...
Oh.
Cut off. I don't
Oh,
like
that's kind of cute. That's
Something's
cool.
not right.
They're doing like kind of like a Clone Wars kind of thing, or like doppelganger or manipulation kind of thing, which there was a pretty long storyline of like doppelgangers, like evil doppelgangers or interdimensional doppelgangers. Intriguing. It's neat to fight like force users and all that stuff, photon users, different classes that you're so used to, but as opponents.
I guess it was too much to ask to get my memory back. There's nothing here. Nothing's coming back to me at all. I don't remember my purpose. Not anything.
It'll be alright.
No, I'm totally fine.
You're clearly not totally fine.
I was just about to say.
You've been looking like something's on your mind. Hey, are you okay?
Clearly
You keep
not okay.
sighing a lot. It seems like you're anxious about something. Are you absolutely sure you don't remember anything else? Even just a little?
I'd hardly call it a memory,
Go
but
on.
I do have this vague feeling that there's something I need to do. Something like a purpose. A purpose. I wonder if that's at the heart of your memory issue. It could be.
Is it a tragic purpose?
I can't remember. Everything is so hazy in my mind. I'll never get myself back as long as I can't remember it. I'll just be hollow.
I know. Why don't we give you a name? What'll it be?
Huh? What are you even talking about?
A name.
Well, I mean, how can you be okay with not even having a name?
It is true that a name would help facilitate communication.
Let's
Does it
go
really
with...
matter? I don't need a name. I have nothing.
like something like
What good will a name do me?
It's not true that
Astro,
you
or
have
maybe like
nothing.
Asuka. Just call her
You have
Asuka.
some strange ability to save us every single time. Like that time with the research team, and then again with the Starless.
That's true. If it weren't for you, we might not be here right
Although
now.
most of the characters don't actually have Japanese names. Here's
If
a
it
mixed
turns out
match.
your memory doesn't come back, at least you can start making new ones if you have a name. So, that's why I thought it would be nice for you to have one.
Okay. Is it?
Back where I grew up in Aleo Town, we used to call the light of the star that ships used to navigate
Lucia.
Lucia.
That's a nice name.
Light of the star?
Yeah, and you're kind of like the light that leads us in the altar realm.
Lucia is a great name.
So it fits. Hey, what do you think of the name Lucia for
Oh,
her?
This reminds me of an old what is it? Sega CD game. Silver Story. Isn't Lucia the name of the series? Hold up. Or maybe it's not. What is it called? Oh, it's Lunar. My bad. Lunar. It kind of reminded me of that when they said Lucia. It's a good name.
Right? I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
Indes.
It does have
Indes.
a nice sound. I think it suits you quite well. Lucia.
Well, do you like it?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just
But I guess it's not bad.
it strikes me as an
Maybe.
Asuka. I'm thinking of Evangelion, the
And
red
so begin
red
our
motif.
new memories together. It'll be so much fun, right, Lucia?
All right. It's been a very long time since there's a new character that like it's on the standing character roster. All right, let's go in. Let's find out
Hello,
who Evil
Lucia.
Krofa.
Huh? Oh, me? It feels kind of weird being called by a name, I guess.
Then I guess we'll just have to say it a lot. Lucia.
Oh, come on. You're being silly. Aren't we in a hurry anyway? We need to move.
What we're doing? Oh, there's more than one. Okay. Numerous starless. Okay. 3 of us fled our attacker. 4 of us.
What the heck? What happened with the research team?
Okay.
I had thought maybe they were in some kind of stupor or delirium. But if that data pod is real, then
So
something
doppelgangers.
posing as a team member
Yeah.
attacked them.
So they're They're like clones of some sort. Not actually the research team. What do we got here? Everybody's already gone. Starting to see things. Interesting.
Do you think that could be Raw McQueed?
That's certainly Raw McQueed. Interesting. Parallel universe. This is like kind of the underworld, right?
This desert looks an awful lot like Ratem.
Ratem. Yeah.
The whole time we've been here.
So we're having like altered dimensions
So,
of the same
if
place.
this something that attacked the research team was somehow mimicking them, then isn't it also possible that this place might be mimicking Halpha too?
Where's Lucille? I was looking to the sky to see if I could see Lucille.
You mean
Lucille.
the Alter Realm is kind of like a copy of Halpha?
It's pure speculation. But if it's true, it would explain why this place is so much like Ratem. But we'll need to push a little farther to get to the bottom of this.
Alter dimensions. All right. That is certainly one way to repurpose and reshade and like the assets. So I was kind of hoping for a new biome or like a new planet or something, but this is certainly one way to go about it. Remixing.
Are these the research team members?
Oh, rip.
No. Are we already too late?
I'm sensing something. Look out! Incoming! Get ready!
Is it Mr. Worm guy? Oh no, they one of these guys.
Start.
Oops, hit the wrong button. That's awkward.
Success.
Is it over?
No, not yet. Look over there.
Well, well, what a surprise. You did even better than I thought. Then again, I guess that's why they call you the Guardian.
Evil Crawford's pretty cool.
Wait. There's no way.
You gotta love doppelganger arcs.
Why indeed? Why would I be in the Alter Realm?
Are you the one who killed the entire research team? But why?
Oh, don't make such a scary face, little Ina. As your reward for making it this far, I suppose I'm obligated to show you the truth. Well, what'll it be? Do you dare attack your commander?
This can't... Is this really you, Crawford?
No. This thing is a starless. Starless? I'm certain of it. This bad feeling. It's the same as when the others attacked us.
Well, aren't you clever? You're very interesting.
What is that supposed to mean?
Aside, the time has not yet come.
I do like my mysteries.
Good question. Why don't we call me Alter Crawford?
Of course. Naturally.
No need for you to worry. The plan is already in motion. We'll have even more fun before long.
Ooh, I do like him.
He's gone.
I wonder if there's an Alter Safeto.
Crawford?
I'm so sorry. If only we had somehow been able to get here just a little sooner.
Not that it's any consolation, but the Starless killed them. Not you.
Yes, I do understand, but it still hurts.
It does. But now we know. The Alter Realm is not simply some strange, unknown place. A place modeled after Halpha for some unknown reason.
Oh, is there another
With
Safeto though?
enemies posing as our friends and acquaintances.
Wasn't that guy saying something about some plan being in motion?
Which is, I'm kind of wondering. Alter Safeto?
We're not done here. In fact, it looks like we're just getting started.
I do enjoy hearing, like, if there's an evil Aina or a Manon. Like, I'm thinking more from like an actor's perspective. It's often refreshing and fun to hear actors like play themselves, but play a different version of them. It's like the characters they voice, but these episodes occur a lot on like long running series, like drama series or dramedy series, where the actors would like have amnesia, or they would somehow be in an alternative universe where they get to play a different version of the characters that they play. And it does sound like that's Crawford's voice, and it's kind of nice, like from a creative standpoint, where, oh yeah, you're always voicing this character and they're always like a certain way, and then suddenly it's like, yeah, let's do an unhinged version of you for an alternative universe situation. It does play into the whole like MCU and the DCU and multiverse kind of deal. This is interdimensional, so
Indeed. The research team, the imposters. We have lots of new developments to report.
Let's really go home to our Halpha.
all right. That's it? Oh man. I don't know how I feel about that. These chapters are really short. I wonder how long it's going to be for the next chapter. They're still relatively short. Usually it's every 2 months ish. So I guess that's it for that. Dang. 114. Much shorter than I thought. I was expecting, yeah, you know, one other development or something. But it is nice. It is interesting to see Evil Crawford, Alter Crawford. I'm curious if they're just gonna go full send and do like Altered Manon and all of them, and then do a throwback, maybe, like, or do something where the evil ones, the evil people, are the good people in the Alter realm, right? That's always a kind of a fun thing to play on, where the ones that were misguided tends to be the righteous and the guided one. would make it for fun scenes. Like, wait, we were used to there's quite a lot of fun things you can do. Like, what if it was different, right? So multiversing and interdimensional stuff always gives that little playful nature, both from creative and like people who are involved in creating. What if we wrote it differently? What if the bad guy was the good guy situation? So it's kind of neat to see an evil Crawford or an altered Crawford where he doesn't just sound like a soft spoken leader that sits there all the time. So it was nice that there are, how you say, somewhat silver-tongued sinister character in the series. There really hasn't been one since like NGS started, but in the old PSO2, base PSO2, there were a lot of like very sinister, sly people, like eccentric people, and it actually does the writing of the actors a lot of favors because you don't get a lot of emote. This game does not, like, there's so much limitations to a live service game, like the way this is designed to have performance in it. So it's nice to see another eccentric character, despite it being the Crawford character, and that's kind of neat because it's nice to see that the actors, they are able to, I almost feel like this is both a pragmatic, business oriented choice and whatnot, when you have the same actors also perform again, allow them to like flex and have fun with different personalities. Anyways, it also reminds me of like shows that do body swap. So you get where like the serious character becomes a silly character and the silly character becomes a silly character, and they do like an impression of each other, right? But their bodies are swapped. So I do enjoy that quite a lot. From the perspective of, we have to remember that despite the fictional characters being like different and whatnot, the people who are voicing and acting are doing it, you know, the same people. And oftentimes role-playing games, in my opinion, if I was never a voice actor, nor did I ever did any acting, but from a creative standpoint, it sounds like a blast too. If you spent most of your time being like a goody two-shoes, like a righteous character, and suddenly like now you get to be a sleazy character who like constantly, you know, and then you sometimes get places where you interact with yourself, like your altered evil self interacts with your good side. I think that sounds like a blast from being like an actor of some sort. Again, that's my take on it from an outside. I imagine people who like to voice act, personally, professionally, in these games, and then also act in games that do like performance capture and stuff. It must be a blast to want to be different versions of yourself so that you're not like kind of restricted to a typecast. Like sometimes there are actors that do a role so well, but they do it so well that in the future they rarely ever get an opportunity to like do something else, right? They don't get an opportunity to flex or take a chance on different archetypes. That's pretty, I think it's an excellent choice to choose like Crawford as the quote unquote villain for the time being. Because Crawford he's very stock person, like he's stock good person. I hope that they take more liberties and really make the other characters unhinged, because I think that's kind of a bit missing in NGS for the longest time. Things are not very unhinged. They're often incredibly overly dramatic and larger than scope than the game's production value can support. Granted, it's gonna be a while before we see like a centerpiece boss or something, because those centerpiece, they look really excellent. The mechanics to play and stuff is obviously still very familiar, but seeing bosses like gigantic things, and so it's often a spectacle in NGS. It's very short though. That's what I kind of have always have started been concerned about. The arcs, like the chapters and stuff, are incredibly short. And obviously that's me personally. I imagine they don't really get much for creating these chapters. What I mean is like incentivized to do these chapters. And I mean that's the main purpose of me playing or showing or recording these. Otherwise it's simply mechanics. I absolutely love okay, it's not to say that writing is not important in PSO2 at all, but because of the lower stakes in writing, it, in my opinion, it can also be a silver lining. They could be very unhinged about the writing or experiment with things. Easily one of my favorite chapters in PSO2, like base PSO2, is when they did the virtual reality thing. And then they threw in like castles, alternative planets, and like suddenly you're in like a neo-feudal but post-apocalyptic Japan. They did crazy, like really interesting things, which I do kind of miss that they are not taking that route. And I can imagine whatever production costs would not really fit. This game often strikes me as being incredibly tight on budget, so here's to another 2 months, right? I didn't expect it to be this short. Tomorrow there's a Phantom X update, which is it's every other chapter, so it's very short as well. But it was refreshing. Good tease. I like it. And Lucia's great. Like, I mean, it's obviously to set up. It's a slow burn. This game, the writing is incredibly slow burn. Maybe it's also restricted by its production value and whatnot, like its production budget. But it does get stretched a lot. Well, let's go see what this is about. Apparently there's a side activity here that's part of the campaign. I don't know what this is about. Find the mischievous cat. You receive a communication from Alpha. Alright, no one. She asks you to look for a special... Interact with no... Okay. Let's go see what this is about. This was added in the same chapter. And then we can do the new limited time quest. It's probably themed after the chapter 8. Part 1. Alright, so what are we looking for? Are we looking for Neko? Of course. Why am I so hard? Okay, a cat ran off. Special equipment. Try to get it back. Alright, it's in Alio somewhere. Please try Tower Ruins. Alright. Fair enough. Let's go to Tower Ruins. It's a scavenger hunt. Wait, I thought this was the Tower Rune. Wait, is this not the tower? Okay, laboratory Tower Runes. Doko desu ka? Tower Runes. Alio's Tower Runes. My first thought was here, the laboratory. Or like in this general area. Is this like the same thing as the mischievous, like the events mischievous hologram things? Our runes. first thought I think about is like up here. But I think I'm just making this up. I go here. Search for the cat. Oh. Oh, wait. Are we talking about it's in Central City? I came across one. I didn't even see coming across one. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Is it like these things here? Okay. So oh, Alio Town runes. Oh, here's one. Does that count? No. Okay, there's just a bunch of cats everywhere. Hold up. Tower rune. I mean, not tower rune. Town runes. Alio. I keep saying tower, but town runes. I guess it's in town. It's in the town, no? Like this one? Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Again. Hold the phone. Hold.
Hello. Bye.
Okay. Great. So, I mean, it's got to be here somewhere, right? Wait. Do these have extra... No, no, no. Actually, I don't know. Do these have extra points now? I doubt it. Oh. The town runes. Oh, those town runes. Like the actual Alio town runes. Yeah, like the former Alio town runes. Alright, so we're here to find a cat. How well it... Where, oh where are you? Hmm. No. Anyone seen a cat anywhere? Uh. Hmm. 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 I don't even know quite what I'm looking for other than a literal cat. Maybe it's at the gravesite. Oh, I didn't realize they put a tower over there so we can TP over there. When did they put that in? Gotta be a while ago. Yeah. Euchre Drive. Well, I clearly do not have the eagle eye to see the cat. Let's try again. This time. Okay. Someone's here too. Hey, can you my friend, do you happen to know where the cat is? I'm certain this person's. Is it among the... Oh. Wait. Okay, that person is definitely looking for the cat. Yeah, they are totally looking for the same thing. Clearly, they did not find it either. Yep. They're just chilling. Feels bad, man. One more sweep, I guess. Hmm. Here's another person looking. in before they're not the cat is not actually here. The heck, man? Hey, there are 3 people now. Hooray. Yeah, I don't see it. That is some well-hidden cat. Now we have 4 people here. Perhaps up there? Let's go. I don't think it. Nope. Now the person is also here. Nope. I don't know. Maybe that object there? Or there? Hold up. There's something down there that looks kind of suspicious. Over here. I found it! Hooray! Mission accomplished. Okay. North Alio, there's a deep valley between... Oh, okay. Someone said a cat is lazing on a... I found it! Alright. I think I know where this one might be. It's probably at the top of the big structure. Alright, now I kind of have an idea what I'm looking for. Like where, like a type of idea of where I'm looking for. So we're gonna go up there and see if it's up there. Now the question is, how... Is it up here? Where are you? Oh, I really thought you were gonna be up here. She specifically said something like this pit. Huh. Blazing around. Don't imagine you're here. Hmm. I don't think they mean... I mean, there is one place over here that would be interesting if that's where they are. Or that where the little guy is. But I clearly read that they were referring to the valley or the crater. But you could go up here off of a platform. Wait, is that part of North Alio? I'm not even sure. No. They could go up there. No? Or low? Okay. I think it was referring to the little, like, crater. Let's go back. I mean, we could see if it's up here. I see another player. No. Hmm. Where, oh, where? I don't think you can get underneath here. Okay. Hmm. It kind of feels like a needle in a haystack. Hmm. This one is definitely a lot more difficult to really don't think it's going in here. Nope. Don't see anything. No. Hmm. That is tough, man. Well, now we explore all the structures. Dang. Nope. All right. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe I want to do this. This doesn't seem like it's related to that. So we can do the limited time quest, and I guess I will find it when I find it. I was really thinking they do something like, hey, you know that place you need to reach kind of situation? But this could be anywhere. Wait. Hold up. None of this actually worked. None of these things. I already have the thing that's highlighted that I thought would trigger something on proximity. Alright. I'll do this another time. This is probably gonna take a minute. Nope. Oh, I know. Yeah, this is probably gonna take a minute. So let's do the desert theme invasion. And we'll call it a day. Until I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna accelerate the chapters. I often felt like they were storing up, you know what I mean? Like they spent chapter 7 writing basically very few things and they just store it up, bank it. It doesn't seem like that's the case. Okay. This is the new limited. They spin and remix limited quests all the time, so let's see if anything new is remixed into here. Seems pretty normal so far. Oh, hello there. Are you like a heal person? Oh yeah, you are. How did that hit me? Hello? Oh, now you're just aiming at someone else. No, I'm getting bopped into collateral. Ooh. Well, that's certainly a view. Oh, hi. Oh, there. Okay. This is what I mean. The global mechanics.
Trial start.
Ow. 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 It's so hard to tell. I landed that. Don't even at me right now. Oh, that delay. Ah! Oh, my eyeballs.
Success.
Wait, where are we? Oh. Oh my gosh.
Trial start.
Eh.
Success. Trial
The
start.
heck? Oh, that is so awkward. Alright, can I like reset? Okay. Oh man. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that was interesting. Island hopping and all. Oh, hey, you get rings. Right. That's pretty standard. So pretty standard limited quest, right? Limited time quest. Themed after the chapter 8, part 1. Alright, so to wrap up, this is where I usually visit, oh. Maybe we do a, oh, okay. That's gonna be a while. But this is where I would visit some creative spaces. So let's go visit one. Like, let's go visit a creative space. Some creative spaces. And land on a couple. We're basically just gonna look through the list and see if we can roam around one or two of them. In the first... I haven't been saving any of the creative spaces. There have been some that came and go that were really pretty wonderful, that were different from all the last time. Yario. Yeah. Some sort of library. Wait, I think I know what this one is. This is completely white and small room.
This is an emergency
Yeah. Okay, we know this one.
Signs of renewed Dark Falls activity. We are preparing an interception operation.
Let's try to find a new one. GV Bebops. GV's Clubhouse 2K. Oh, Gigaboo. Well, it's not me. Let's try to find a good one in the top 50 here, in the 50 available. Don't remember what Tower of Heaven is. Nope. We're gonna try to highlight one of these guys. Nintendo Gallery Memories. I think I already know. We want to look for a nice choice.
This is an emergency transmission.
Yeah.
Confirmed signs of renewed Dark Falls activity. We are preparing an interception operation. Please prepare to deploy.
Oops. Symphonium Academy. We might not find one. Kinda quaint. Pretty quaint. Cute. You got your... That's interesting that they attached this building. Okay. Got the cafeteria. Type of... I'm not entirely sure what they were going for here. Right, very nice. Your two floors. I'm guessing this is the gymnasium back here and the pool. Nice. Okay. No basketball hoops and whatnot yet. Pretty solid. Ooh. I saw some okay, music. Okay, music room. Solid. Oh, this is really cute. This is a cute one. The 2 floors of classrooms. Right, your soccer field. Tommy room. Oh, this pool is nice. This is a really cute pool. Put shower. I like to wet yourself and clean off. Alright, that's pretty good. Very cute. That's how you do it. Okay. Cyber City.
This is an emergency transmission. We have confirmed signs of renewed Dark Falls activity. We are preparing an interception
That's okay.
operation. Please prepare to deploy.
Let's see. We got plenty of anime references over here. Easy treat. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, I know this one. This one's okay.
This is an emergency transmission. We have confirmed signs of renewed Dark Falls
Okay.
activity. We are preparing an interception operation.
The copied city. What is it that you copied? Oh, right. This is the near thing. Speaking of Song of Morning and Song of War related things.
This is an emergency transmission.
Yeah, the back rooms.
Signs of renewed Dark
This is such a
Falls activity.
coincidence because
Preparing an interception operation. Please prepare to deploy.
I remember this. There's a pit in here that takes you to the back room. Yeah. The back room, recently A24 published a trailer for a movie based on the back room. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. I don't think this person added the whole, wait. I don't think the person added anything with like the stairs and whatnot. Yeah. Let's go find something. That school is very nice. It's bigger than it looks. A little red room. Okay.
This is an emergency transmission. We have confirmed signs of renewed Dark Falls activity. We are preparing an interception operation.
Find the blue
Please
within the
prepare to
red.
deploy.
Secrets everywhere. She is watching you. Okay. I'll bite. Okay. Okay. The blue within the red, you say? Huh. How does one... Do we take this and gain access to it? No? Interesting. Do we click on this? Oh. Does it open when I sit here? No? Okay. Interesting. I can't jump up. So there's that. Can I access it from the back? Is there a cellar entrance? I'm about. Uh. There's secrets everywhere, but I am too. Wait. Oh, wait. Is this where I came from? Yeah. Yo, what? I don't see what you mean. Wait. Yo, what? Okay. Okay, buddy. Bigger than it looks. Look for the blue. I don't see any blue. Calm down. Wait. Here lies L. Okay, so L is not here anymore. Does the door randomly open because I... Heck. Alright. Honestly... Wait. Heck. Well, I'm not patient enough today for such a thing, unfortunately. It's... What time is it? Oh, it's 2 a.m. Yeah, we gotta... Let's try to find an interesting one. It has to be by chance. I like discovering it by chance. A replica of the classic dungeon from the original Phantasy Star on the SEGA. Wait, is this the like Phantasy Star 1? Do I recognize this?
Emergency transmission. We have confirmed signs of renewed Dark Falls activity. We are preparing an interception operation. Please prepare to deploy.
I don't think this is what I had in mind. Yeah, I don't know about this. All right, that's a... I'm out. So far we're talking about Symphonia Academy by Terminal Horizon. Got any other shots? Pumpkin Hill. Cool screenshot spots for you. All right. Let's go here. This seems like an OG, like a OC. Let's see what the OC looks like. Shoot is by far like hands down. Oh, okay.
Please prepare to deploy.
This is okay. That's kind of tempting. Truck-tune simulator. It's hard, literally.
This is an emergency transmission. We have confirmed signs of renewed Dark Falls activity. We are preparing an interception operation.
First day of... Okay.
Please prepare to deploy.
Slice of life film. All right. Oh, I'll bite the rooms for the time being. All right, let's go in. Okay, same. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I've seen a lot of creative spaces in the last like year. Oh, pardon me.
Confirmed. Please deploy to Central Alpha and repel it. We're counting on you.
Alright, you know what? We'll come back We can do this, we can do this urgent quest, and then we'll head back to the one creative space. I really enjoy the, I mean, it kind of looks like an OC based on, you know, classic layouts. Let's do this urgent quest and get bopped. What is the most recent urgent quest? Is it this one? This one? It's certainly not that one. It's definitely not that one. It's definitely not that one. I think I've done this one. We'll see. Plane crusher assault? I don't usually do the urgent quests anymore because it takes timing, and my schedule is like kind of really packed with language learning and writing and all that evening. I try to catch it every once in a while when there's a new one in the rotation. Don't remember which one this is. Yeah, this one's a familiar one. I do look forward to like crazy large scale things. I think the urgent quests are pretty fun to look at.
A powerful enemy may emerge from that space-time ripple. Be on alert.
That's an interesting approach. I kind of dig the one-sided cape though. Okay. I have yet to see a Jehuti reference. Someone made a Zone of the Enders. Which one is this? Oh, okay. Oh, this one's kind of annoying. Oh, ow. Am I just gonna spend the whole time guarding? Yep. Pretty much. You don't even have an opportunity to do anything. Ow. They're so aggressive. Yeah, every time you hear that noise is guarding. Keeps me invulnerable, you know? Oh, ow. I missed one. What? I was not early there. Oh! That hurt. Just guarding and guarding. So aggressive. Ow. That was early. Ow! Oh, well, that was awkward.
We're getting a massive energy reading. Prepare to evade.
Oh, rip. Save me.
The fragment has reappeared. Careful!
Oh no, they did remix this. This did get remixed. Ow, that was too early. Can't be blocked. What are you doing? Okay. Oh, that was close. Oh, I was late. What? I was not late for that, mister. Oh. Okay. Oh, I actually splashed him so high vertically. What? Oh. Okay. Okay. I got hit and got the guard? What the? Oh, ow. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, that was... Oh, goodness gracious. I think there's a gun. Okay, so now we're doing guns, right? Yeah. Yeah. PSO2 often has like most of their stuff are really like a bit of a spectacle. Oh, I screwed up. A bit of a spectacle to watch, but ultimately it's not too complicated after so many like playing it for so long, and it's usually fairly generous when it comes to getting used to the things. Alright, now we do like the lane thing. Oh no. Oh. Oh. That's kind of hard to see. Ah, stop. Okay.
It's starting to fade. Just a little more.
Okay. They did mix it up. Like there was a different phase. The last phase was a little bit different. And then the combination of the phase 2 got remixed too. Pretty usual stuff. A bit of a remix of old.
Enemy defeated. Mission accomplished. Please return to base.
Alright. Squeezed in a urgent quest. It's always a fun thing to like look at. When you do the urgent quests like long enough, when you play like PSO2 in general long enough, you kind of just get used to how big everything is. Everything looks really big. But your execution, the execution of your weapon and your class makes it so that it feels like you're pretty much invulnerable most of the time as long as you keep hitting your timing. Obviously, I screwed up a couple of times where I did it early and then basically every other dodge was every other like sidestep and dodge and weapon action was a little bit off by a couple of frames and put me in danger. But most of the time, you kind of just get used to it because you play with a certain class or weapon sufficiently, you know how to stay safe. So everything else like attacking and finding your attacking windows are kind of optional as long as you know how to stay in it. So every time you hear that like classical chime, the clink sound, it's like you landed your window, your basically your parry window, so to speak. But this game is more of a you block, you like perfect guard, and then you have to respond. You do a respawn, so no automatic response. You need to know your follow-ups. Anyways, yep, pretty standard. And then obviously we go back to the one creative space that I found very quickly. Maybe that's what we'll do to save some space. Before I used to like go through a bunch of creative spaces, but now it's been like to a point where the random page that gets proliferated isn't like consistently rotating into new things. But I think this one is very good. It's really cute. Is there any way I can like get to a high position? No, not really. Yeah, this map is very cute. One thing that obviously leaves a lot to the imagination, or a little bit, why this stuff is not as, you can kind of see its aging system, is largely because there's no like, your creative space, you have to get really, wasn't there a way to, I remember there was a way to, nope. Hold up. No. That's not it. I don't remember what was it called. But the thing about this what was I saying about creative spaces is you can see that you have to be really creative and get down to the nitty-gritty to try to get the shadowing. Like, this game doesn't have dynamic shadowing or like occlusion or something like that. So oftentimes when you're doing creative spaces, you have to use your imagination where the shadows cast and whatnot, because this game operates on a engine that doesn't have like occlusion when you're doing these things. So these building blocks and stuff, they sort of kind of interact, but they interact like minimally. So a lot of really creative things like these things, you have to get really creative to proliferate flat surfaces, because the flat surfaces tend to be not textured and whatnot. And this doesn't give you the feeling like, oh, something is a little off, usually because of like subsurface scattering, the lack of subsurface scattering on flat surfaces. But that doesn't diminish how fantastic, let's go like right here, how fantastic people get jerry-rigging all these things together. I could have sworn there's a way to definitely. Nope, that is triggering a different thing entirely. Alright. Well, that's okay. I could have sworn there was a button. Nope. Well, that's okay. Yeah. So new character, a bit on the short side. I was expecting like double the length, but maybe they'll accelerate their release of the chapters. That could always happen. I would love to see that next month, like the same time, like May, but I imagine it's 2 months from now. So in June, we'll see the next chapter. I really enjoyed it. Short, very short. Most of these sessions are fairly short. The game is largely more of a sandbox again, and not like sandbox in the traditional sense of a sandbox like open world thing, but more like a sandbox for dumping more and more permutations. Like they generate an assets, and those assets are combined and remixed as much as possible. So this game is incredibly modular. When they release something, then they can remix it with everything else. Even the stories themselves and the texture and all that, they're constantly remixing. So it's more like a workhorse thing. Like you go to a restaurant, how many ways can you make a grilled cheese kind of situation? And that's why this game still persists. And I think it is a great place to test things at low cost, both to the end user and the developers. It would be really fun. I say this at the end of every one of these, that I would maybe I'll live long enough to see another Phantasy Star game, like a Phantasy Star game, right? Or a Phantasy Star online game, like the Sci-Fi version or the Fantasy one. It'll be interesting if Sega eventually be like, yeah, you know, it's time, and then let's add some of those things and do their thing. because they in their in-house group, there's sufficient. I feel like they have enough collective experience to bring back Phantasy Star. It'll be very interesting if it does happen. It's such an interesting premise that it doesn't have to be coherently like a space opera. The original PSO2 operate like a space opera, kind of like your Star Trek, and I enjoyed that quite a lot. What is the Star Trek thing? It's like you take your post future, right? You take your post future, and then do as many anachronisms about space and whatnot in virtual reality and the likes. And or Phantasy Star, the original Phantasy Stars were like kind of a mix of anachronistic sci-fi with fantasy, and it serves as like a backdrop, a very reminiscent of like how Chrono Trigger works and Chrono Cross. There's aspects of time traveling, different time periods, and they all gel together because it's character centric. And then your band of unlikely characters are assembled through the era or the time or the zones or the dimensions. And I kind of miss some of those things. When was the last time I played a world hopping game? It's been a while. And obviously Nintendo does that quite a lot too with Mario games and whatnot. But for myself, I like the overly dramatic space opera, existential crises, suddenly hurling universes, that whole like Gurren Lagann kind of thing, Evangelion kind of thing, where things just, all right, everything is becoming incredibly unhinged and unapologetically unhinged. Or like really tight things like Chrono Trigger. I feel Phantasy Star, both the West kind of like the low sci-fi and the high sci-fi, the PSO stuff, often can be like a sci-fi epic, right? I miss playing an epic in a while. It's been a while. Most of the last couple years I played RPG games, so they're not epics, they're dramas, right? Crime dramas. And then Persona games are supernatural. They're supernatural dramas, which I really like, the deep cuts. It's easily one of my top 3 genre games. You talk about either psychological portrayals of modern life things. RGG also does the same thing with like organized crime and geopolitics. But a really meaty thing, I mean, I might as well eventually play the Final Fantasy VII remake series, right? That is a Western sci-fi epic, right? But I think Sega is lacking one at the moment. Yeah. So is actually Atlas might have No, Atlas is still missing one too. I guess unless you're considering their foray temporarily with like NIS, like the Skya like things, but their Persona games is still grounded despite the paranormal stuff. So neither of the Sega Atlas branch has an epic or epic 4X like expansive, unhinged type of thing. And I haven't played one in a while. Like a dimensional spanning thing where it feels like everything is larger than life. Clair Obscur was last year's like highlight. I really like Clair Obscur, but Clair Obscur is again more of the other type of genre, the artsy fartsy, subconscious, surrealism things. But I do miss a really awesome, sprawling, space opera epic tale. There are some games coming in the future that is from a Western audience, like there's Osiris, the Expanse game. I don't know if I've ever played a video game that felt like Star Trek, other than all the other games, like seeing people attempt to create Star Trek, right? Like Star Trek Online is a live service game that exists, but there were various Star Trek attempts. And I think Phantasy Star has often struck me as the Star Trek potential Eastern take on things. This other than that, it would be like a Cowboy Bebop stuff, right? A bounty hunter expanding universe thing. That seems to be very trendy now in like media and universe and whatnot. Like the MCU is booting up back up again, right? So most of the, like, even the DC universe, be it your DCEU or your DCU from James Gunn stuff, they're booting up. You have traveling across the galaxy, visiting different planets and whatnot. I think that's what I really liked about base PSO2. This one, you've been on a single planet technically for the entire time, Halpha, and then they're like they're using Halpha to break it up into the biomes. I did not play things like Starfield and whatnot. I still have my copy of Outer Wilds, which could kind of grab at that, scratch that itch. Anyways, just a little commentary near the end, some reflections. Shining Force, the Shining series, oof, that would be great to see return to the Fire Emblem that is Nintendo's property. I keep saying that. Eventually, I guess maybe I'll live long enough to be correct. Like Shining series, PSO2 return, right? And then obviously Persona, the next Persona game is a foregone conclusion. For Atlas, the one that I said that was like an epic, it's Metaphor, but I haven't played Metaphor yet. I'll have to play that at some point. I haven't played like a Final Fantasy or a Dragon Quest like thing, and then Sega did have those things. Sega had plenty of those things, but they haven't really made it back. If you think of the longest standing IPs that Sega has that are
repelled. Your efforts are appreciated.
Thanks, Crawford. It would be PSO and like RGG, Ryuga Gotoku, and then their their now subsidiary Atlas, Persona. Those are like long-standing things. But there are really much older series that I grew up with. Like Shining Force was a time when they tried to remix it, like remaster it. The original Shining Force did get re-released at some point, and it was not available to me like in the platform it is. So Sega has still plenty of interesting things that are used to be their counterparts to Nintendo's thing. I don't know about J-Cocoon. I still remember playing J-Cocoon. That was a PlayStation asset, I think. A Sony asset. Anyways, that's a wrap for the end of Chapter 7, Part 7. That, keep up. And then Chapter 8, Part 1, sets up for a doppelganger, interdimensional shenanigans. That's pretty interesting. It's still quite muted because it feels like the environment isn't like complementing their stuff, but it's a nice setup, and it's probably each arc is like a year's worth of time. So I imagine there's like 5 or 6 parts to this, and maybe each part is released every 2 months. So you would expect the 5 parts by April next year, right? Maybe the conclusion would be April next year. At least that's what it felt like for most PSO2 stuff. Anyways, that's a wrap for today. If you're gonna watch this later, arigatou gozaimasu, right? As always, you can feel free to follow along, pick up PSO2. PSO2 NGS has such a low bar of entry. You can practically binge. It's like a binge thing when you play through all the missions and it's okay. The chapter 1 through 5 basically summarizes all of Halpha. And then I was looking forward to seeing if they create a new planet or a new location. But it looks like what they're doing is they're flipping Halpha on its head and doing a mirror dimension, so to speak. So an alternative timeline or location kind of thing. It's understandable. And you're more than welcome to come on by and talk about some of that stuff. I am definitely the first one would be excited to see another PSO or like a PS, like a Phantasy Star property return. Until next time, and maybe roughly another 2 months. Tomorrow I'll be doing P5X Phantom X update, the 3.5 update. That's the other live service game. And then I also cover Neverwinter Online, but Neverwinter Online's next module, full digit module, is not for a while. So until next time, take care, stay safe. 皆さん、またね。Right. 見てくれてありがとう. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.